Hello everyone and welcome back to Vintage Story. Well, as you can see, today we will rearrange this hallway a little bit. We will move the doorway, well, to the other end. I will explain why this is necessary during the episode, but it is related to the kitchen remodeling. We will also take the time and install this little lightning rod. As you can see, it will be a little bit of a cheaty or exploity way of installing it. It will be basically standing on an invisible chiseled glass block. It will be at the correct height. It will create enough protection for our animals down below, and that is the most important. I just wanted to make sure that the animals are safe from lightning. But the main focus for this episode is going to be the completion of our kitchen space. As you can see, we will also rearrange the way we enter down into the cellar. Instead of a trapdoor, we will have a proper little door. But let's just focus on the kitchen. We will move the oven upstairs, we will move the table upstairs so we can, create some pies up here. And I think it looks rather nice. So, anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Okay then, let's get started. So, before we do anything else, I would like to do one more thing for the lamppost on the docks. For that we will need a bit of oak beams and I do believe 2 andesite stones. So let's just take those out, and obviously we will need a chisel and hammer, so there we go. Yes, I would like to put a small support brace under the arm. So let me just take care of that real quick. I think we should be okay here. A little bit more. You know what? No, we need actual view of the side. So I will take out some more dirt for the scaffolding. That should do it. Yeah, inventory management. So let's take care of this real quick. It don't take too long. First, a bit of scaffolding, and that will do it. So all I want to do is, I think, yeah, from here we can go basically a 45-degree angled little support beam. That will do just fine. And I would like to include nails in this, and for those I would like to use andesite rock because I suppose this is the most metallic looking stone we have at our disposal. So chisel out, hammer offhand, and first things first, let's take care of this one. So there, and andesite goes into this. I would like to work with the andesite stone and a 1x1. Let's make sure it is completely centered, so that looks about right. And let's add a small nail. And that will do it. And obviously I want to have the same thing here as well, so let's go ahead and add one. And that looks about right. Obviously we are being blocked by the support beam, but I think, yeah, this will do just fine. Okay, so now I think we are done with this lamppost. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's reclaim these guys. If they fall into the water, I'm not going to be bothered. That's fine. Okay then, next up. So I was thinking that maybe we should go ahead and take care of the lightning rod real quick. I really don't want to risk losing any animals. So let's take care of it real quick. We will need the hammer, but we will not need the chisel. Oh wait, we will need the chisel block. Sorry, the chisel. We will need it, and we will need the low fertility soil later, and we will need a block of glass if we have any more. Yes, we do. Lovely. Okay. I mean, technically, we could get away with only using a slab, but I do believe we have used all of those. Yes, I think so. Unless it is in this one. Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the... whatchamacallit? First. I do believe we need 1 ingot per rod, right? I think so. So we need at least 3 ingots for this. Do we have any copper? No, we don't. Okay, I will make a full batch. So that is going to be 120, I believe. There we go. And oh, the last time it was... I don't remember. I think it was 3 charcoal was enough. Anyways, let's go ahead and put in the copper. Yeah, I will go for the 6 right away. That's fine. Let's start heating things up with some peat. Thank you. And then once this one burns down, we will put in the charcoal. Although, you know what? Let's just be on the safe side. Let's just put in 4. And I would also like to make a new item, which is going to be a one of the chiseling tool from the QP chiseling tool mod. Anyways, you can put in the charcoal and that should be fine. So while this one is heating up, let's take care of that. For this we will need 1 charcoal, and I suppose we can use meteoric iron for this. At least I do believe we only need 1 ingot for this. Okay, yeah, I still want to do some landscaping today, so let's not put away the shovel just yet. We can put away the, the beams at this point. That's fine. Okay. Right. So this one will be finished before this one for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. So we will take care of this new tool, which is going to be a planer, I believe it's what it's called. Basically, it will allow us to, instead of having to, you know, chisel out each layer of these blocks, you know, piece by piece, we can just look at the face, click, and it will take off the entire face of that block, and that is going to be extremely useful, to say the least. So anyways, at this point this one is good enough, so tongs out, and let's go ahead and make that tool. We can make it on this one because, well, we have to, because it's a meteoric iron. So we are looking for the hand planer. Exactly. Let's go ahead and make it. And we have the tool. Lovely. Okay, first things first, let's cool it down so we can actually touch it. And it is going to be good enough. Okay, so we have a hand planer. Might as well demonstrate. This one is a chiseled item, so I do believe, yeah, we just left click and it will remove the entire layer of the material, and with the right click we can put it back. Very, very handy. Okay, for now I will put it here. We will use it later. How are you guys? Yeah, this will be just fine in a second. I will pour them into these. Once they cool down, we will start making the rods. I do believe we only need 3. And now we need to select a position for this rod. I suspect it's going to be right here, but you know what? Let's make sure. I already know that we don't need to worry about this north-south direction. The land bridge is not wide enough for it to matter all that much. But we need to make sure we cover everything else important. Okay, at some point I will definitely move these guys. But for now, they are... I do believe lightning strikes can hurt animals 8 tiles away from the point of strike. So let's say this one 6 tiles away. I think I'm willing to risk this much. So 2400, and let's take a look in this direction. Basically I'm looking for 2480. And just check. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Technically we could go for, yeah, you know what, let's just go for a very nice round number. Let's go for, yeah, exactly 2440. Okay, then at this point the copper should be finished. Yes, it is. Okay, let's pour it into the molds so they can start cooling down. Okay, then that takes care of that. So I think we will build the yeah, as I said, the north-south distance doesn't matter because the land bridge is not wide enough. So I think, yeah, let's just keep a nice round number, 2440, 450. So we will build the lightning rod above this chest right here. Okay, for that one we will need to build a, well, basically a big soil tower 40 blocks above the homestead. And tell you what, instead basically we can decide if we want to protect this layer or if you want to go down all the way to sea level. So basically we can go 150 or 152. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, I will protect everything until sea level. Which means that we will definitely need to move the pigs a little bit closer. But everything else should be perfectly protected. Okay. How are you guys? Yeah, cooling down slowly. Not much we can do about that. Well, tell you what. In the meantime, we can work on other stuff. And one of the stuff I want to change is, well... yeah. In the future, I want to work on the kitchen, obviously. And one of the ideas I had will require us to break the seal of the, well, at least this room. Because I would like to have the oven embedded in this wall. And, well, that will also mean that these rooms will also lose their seal. But we can circumvent that by moving this door from here to here. So basically, we will have a small door here leading into these rooms and the library. I think that is going to be acceptable. Okay, we will still need a tongue, but let's just go ahead and take care of this doorway moving project. So first things first, right, offhand, there we go. So we can definitely do this, and let me just check. Right. I think these will have to move. Yeah, definitely. Okay, you guys come with us. Can take this off. There we go. Will these drop the butterflies as well? They should. Yeah, perfectly fine. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8. Fine. Okay, so let's take care of this. And yeah, at this point, these can be chiseled down. But first, let's move the door. So there, this one will have to move. Yeah, I'm sorry about the hammer bonking us in the face. That cannot be helped. That's fine. And so this doorway is okay. I mean, I suppose we can leave this little... We can treat this as a support beam, I suppose. It's going to be fine. Okay then, and all we need to do now is... Yeah, just put these blocks back and that's it. Here... It's going to be this one. And yeah, this is going to be fine. Right, we'll also need... Let me just take out a single piece of rammed earth. That should do it, and chisel it down like so. Okay. Obviously, we still need to plug these. Well, tell you what. Yeah, let's just move these instead. Let me see. I should be able to replace this one with the other. So you come with us and you come with us. That's perfect. And this one goes there. Okay, and this one can replace this one. Yeah, these are still just stairs, and yeah, we can use stairs here. Ooh, is there anything we can do so we don't... You know what? No, it's fine. We will have to chisel these down anyway, so yeah, it's gonna be fine. So chisel this and this and this. Okay. The lighting is not quite correct, but you know what? It's okay. So, thankfully now this counts as a room. So, once we break the seal on this one, we can still sleep in nice warm environment. Okay. How's the copper? The copper is hardened now. Good. Good, good, good. So we will need 3 of these, at least. As I've said, I do believe we only need a single piece of ingot for the rods. Okay, let's start heating them up. The rest obviously can go on the floor. Unless there is no more room. Okay, this complicates things. For now, yeah, let's just put them there. We really need to find a place for these ingots. Anyways. These only need to heat up a little bit extra and that's going to be fine. Let's just quickly put down the butterflies and that's going to be fine, although now we don't really have enough room in the library. I suppose we can use the bedroom for this now. Or maybe the living room. Yeah, let's just use the living room for the time being. Lovely. Okay. So the copper should be good by now, so we have the rods. I'll just eat real quick. And there we go. So theoretically, all we need to do is this, right? Yes. We have the lightning rod. Okay, I will... Oof. Okay, this will be a little bit hairy. You know what? Yeah, let's just do it in the daylight. And good morning. Okay then, let's go ahead and install the lightning rod. So we need the chisel, we will need the hammer in the offhand. We have the lightning rod, we have a glass block, and we have enough dirt. So yeah, we will need to go up to 150 because the lightning rod, it says place up to 40 blocks above the ground of maximum effect. So we are on 110 elevation, so we need to go up to 150. Let's go for it. So there. So let's go ahead and start building the tower. And we are at 150. Okay then. Next, let's make sure we can actually get down from here. So I will build a small landing for ourselves. That should do it. And I will replace this one with a glass block. Okay, so glass block goes here. Fine, and I will chisel it. So it's going to be pretty much invisible. Lovely. I suppose we can chisel out the bottom blocks, but you know what, it's fine. It's going to be practically invisible. And we will place the lightning rod on top of this one. So there it is. Theoretically speaking, it creates basically a pyramid shaped cone of protection from lightning. So if the lightning tries to strike inside that pyramid shaped area, instead it will strike the lightning rod. Okay, so let's make sure we can get down from here. So out comes the shovel. Can count. Yeah, we can go down 2 blocks and then there. Okay, we need to have one more. There we go. And that takes care of that. So first things first, let's pick up all the dirt. Yeah, we have some inside, that's fine. So let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like there is something up in the sky, but it's so small it's not going to be all that visible. I just wanted to protect the animals, that's it. Nothing special. Okay then, I suppose at this point, yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, since we have this new tool, let's go and make use of it. I wanted to create a small divider in the kitchen, so let's go ahead and take care of that before we do anything else. For this, I do believe we will need, yeah, let's just go for 3 long. By the way, how do we make the debarked ones again? How many we need? Debarked. Okay, we can do it with a single one, that's fine. There, and we will need the rammed earth as well. And obviously normal chisel tools. Oh, right, and the what you want to call it? The pantograph. Okay, I suppose we can get to work. Yeah, but first things first, we will need to debark those logs. Wait, didn't I pick them up? Did I put them in somewhere else? Yeah, you come with us instead. Okay, so let's debark these guys, and there, and the hammer there. So we only need 3 of these. I don't want to have a big divider in the kitchen, that's fine. the lantern can go in the... No, wait, we will need to chisel this. Okay, and yeah, we can get to work. So basically, I just want to have a small divider running through here. So all we need to do is put in... you know what? I suppose we can chisel this out first. Yeah, okay. I would like to do this elevated, so I will do this here for now. And then we will move this down once everything is chiseled out, because we will need to chisel things out down here, and this will make our lives a little bit easier. So first things first, let's make use of this new tool. So all we need to do is, yeah, remove a lot of these blocks. I will go all the way to the edge, one more. Yeah, and then we can come back 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. So this is going to be the railing. This is the board, right? Yes. Okay. I'm using oak instead of pine for a very good reason. Once I'm building the actual kitchen, you will know why. Anyways, next we will need to chisel off this. So let's take care of that. How far? Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. And next, we will need to add rammed earth under it. Basically, this is just going to be the railing, and the rammed earth will be the wall texture, basically. So, for this to work, I do believe, yes, I have been testing this, I do believe we need to add a single piece of rammed earth texture into the to start off of from. So, what we need to do is, I suppose, yeah, a single block here. All right, hammer in the offhand. There we go. So all we need to do is chisel this one out and replace it with rammed earth. There. And put in a single block. And then we need to target that and use that as a starting point for the rammed earth. There we go. Yes. And this one will go back all the way down. Just crouch, and there we go. Next, we need to change modes, and I only want to remove the matching material. So if you were using this mode, and if I planed off this face, you would also remove the wood. I don't want that, I just want to remove the rammed earth. There we go. 1 from here and a lot from this face. And this is going to be the railing. You know what? Let's just put this one back. I will take this off at the end, basically. So yeah, this is going to be the railing I had envisioned for the kitchen. So let's go ahead and copy it. Good. Break it and move it 1 tile down. No, don't break the window, please. Thank you. So let's put this one here, and let's put this one and this one there, and paste the shape over them. Lovely and lovely. Great. And the only thing missing now is to... where is the planer? Excuse me, there you are. Just remove only the dirt there. Okay, so we have a nice little corridor going into the what do I call it? The cellar, and this is going to be the kitchen area at some point. Speaking of, I suppose we can start moving stuff upstairs. Yeah, I think I will move this table, and this is why I wanted to use oak for the kitchen furniture. So we are going to have a kitchen table right here. As you can see, the textures match. This is why I wanted to have oak as the railing. And yes, we will use oak for the kitchen furniture as well. So, you know, they match. Okay then, And as I have said, I would like to move the oven upstairs, which means we can put in another set of shelves here. And as I've said, this will also break the seal in here. Now, where did I put it in the tests? First things first, this one will... might as well just go ahead and plug this. So there, and plug this water hole. So we are going to have a small counter table here, and then this one will be removed. And I believe the oven will go in here, right? Like basically, we need to poke through at the charcoal crate. Exactly. Okay, so this is where the oven will go. There, let's pick this guy up. And yes, at this point the seal is broken in this part of the house, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, the fruit press will have to move as well. There we go, you can be here for now. Doesn't really matter. Okay, we can get rid of these. Oh, right, I have the shovel in my hand, so whatever. Okay then, and should we chisel out the table now? I mean, might as well. But first, I also want to change the way we deal with the entrance to the, what's it called? Cellar. So I want to take out the chisel and chisel a small rim around this. There we go. Not a lot, but you know, just this much is going to be fine. And I did notice that we have exactly the right amount of space here for a door. Don't we have an extra door laying around somewhere? I think we should have an extra door, right? Yes, we do. And it is pine. Exactly what I was hoping for. Perfect. Okay. And this one we can put into the entrance down into the cellar right here. Which means that we don't need this trapdoor anymore. And theoretically... yeah, this one still counts as a cellar. Exactly as I was hoping for. So... there we go. I think this makes a little bit more sense in terms of an entrance into the cellar. Yeah. Okay. Next up, let's take care of the table. Now for that, once again, I would like to use oak, but not only oak, some other materials as well. First things first. Yeah, let's just debark 2 more oak logs. So there, and the hammer. 2 will be enough. It's basically, I will talk about this while I'm chiseling. First things first, there, and I think I will go for, well, we have debark pine already, so that decided then. Yeah, this will do. Okay, so at first I was trying to create a, you know, a countertop going through here like you can see in most of the kitchen builds in this game, but I was thinking that that looks a little bit too modern for my liking. I would prefer if it was a little bit more medieval, I think. So I decided to just build a table countertop here, and that's going to be it. Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit more sensible. So first things first, we will build this elevated, so you know, we can get under it if we have to. That's going to be a little bit easier for us. There, and as you can see, the textures match with this table. That is why I wanted to use oak. Okay, then let's take out the planer and let's go ahead and, well, plane this one down. Not a lot. I do believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, we need to leave 6 pixels worth of material on this one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one more. Yeah, that's 6 now. So this is going to be the thickness of the countertop. Then we can do the same on this one. That's fine. And next. I don't want to build the entire table completely out of oak. I want to include a little bit of color variety, basically. So for that, let's take out the chisel and the hammer in the offhand, obviously. And I think I will include a side for the table, I think here. Or maybe here, leave a little bit of extra lip on the side. No, I think this is going to be fine. So let's add these debarked pine logs, and I did place these horizontally, so you know the texture will be correct, so we don't have the you know, the, what's it called, the end grain of the logs on the top. We have the side grain or whatever it's called. But once we put in the pine logs, they will be vertical, so we will have the side grain visible from the side and the end grain will be hidden. So let's put this in. We will work with the pine next, and same on this one. Good, so let's start here. No wait, we started here. So first things first, let's take this out and let's replace them with pine. Great. Okay, so technically I suppose we could go for a open side for this table, but you know what, let's just go ahead and make it solid. So go all the way down to the floor and here as well. Good, and I would like this one to be solid. Good. And I still want to have a small shelf under the table, so I think that is going to be the same oak material we have on the top. So tell you what, let's just add it like this. Yeah, I think this will do. Technically, I suppose we can chisel out a 1x1 lip here, not lip, but a slot here, and we can replace it with oak, so it looks like, you know, we have some joinery going on. And you know what? While we are at it, let's just do it. So let's go down to 1x1 and let's chisel this out. And let's put oak back. Yeah, now it looks like this little shelf is actually put in here with some proper joinery. And I suppose we don't really need to do the same for this side. We can just copy this one, paste it over this one and turn it around, because this one is symmetrical. So, what do you think? I think this is going to be a nice little table. I suppose... Before we commit, let's just try something. What if we... okay. What if we create a... I don't know what it's called. You know, this extra little... I don't know, support beam or something for the underside of the table. I think that would make sense. Obviously made out of pine for a little bit of variety. And yeah, I think this is going to be okay. So let's just do the same on the other end. And I suppose we can call this table finished. So yeah, a extremely simple little countertop. Yeah, let's go for it. So first things first, let's move it down. And all we need to do is take out the pantograph, copy this one over this one, and simply turn it around. Exactly. And as you can see, this is why I decided to use oak for the kitchen furniture. And yeah, as I said, at first I wanted to use, you know, more modern looking countertops with, you know, drawers and cabinet doors and things like that. But as I said, that looks way too modern for my liking. I wanted to go for something a little bit more, well, medieval. I think this one fits the aesthetic a lot more. Okay then, at some point I would like to create chiseled cookware under here, but right now we don't have the materials for it. For now, I think I will bring up one of these vessels. And I think I will put it on that side of the table. There, and I suppose we can have the bucket as well. There, and if we want to make some dough, we can go ahead and use them. You know what? Just for a little bit of variety, we don't need to break them, that's fine. So let's turn it a little bit askew, like this. Yeah, this looks a little bit more interesting. Also, we are starting to get a little bit hungry, so let's eat. Okay, if we need some water, we can hop down into the cellar and that's going to be fine. Also, you know what? Let's just put one more ladder there. Also, we can close the door. Okay, and I suppose we can put a couple of shelving units here as well. So how do we make shelves again? Okay, just some boards. And as far as I know, the shelves don't inherit the material, so it doesn't matter what we made it out of. So it was there and there. Yeah, I will make two of them for now. Okay, and the rest of this can go back in the box. Good, and let's go ahead and put them up on the wall. So there and there. Okay, well, I suppose at this point we can start storing our cookware on the shelves. Yeah, sure. Is the jug going to fit? Now, speaking of the jug, let's go ahead and drink. Oh, it appears we can store, yeah, 3 liters. Okay. By the way, how is the wine coming along? Oh, it's already halfway done. Nice. So anyways, let's go ahead and start storing the cookware, and tell you what, I think I will move this lantern here. Definitely. Okay then, so let's go ahead and maybe we should fill up the back with some unwanted items, like some stones maybe. And we can only have the cookwares in the front as displayed. So stones. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the way we laid out the storages. So anyways, I suppose we can have stone, 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 and stone, stone, and stone. And well, they will take up the back row of these shelves. So we can have the actual displayable cookeries out in the front. So the jug, yeah, that will fit, but I think this needs to be on the top shelf, like this. Yeah. Okay, I suppose we can have that and a couple of bowls, like this. Yeah, I think this will look nice. By the way, can we... Might as well check. If we could, that would be amazing. And obviously not. Yeah, having this bottle on the shelf would have been amazing. Oh well. Can't have everything. By the way, can we put books on these shelves? Yes, we can, but obviously it's not going to look nice. Anything else? Maybe a... No, it's fine. Don't worry about the candles. Okay, anything else we want to put on those shelves? Maybe rose quartz, why not? Or... Tell you what, we do have some amethyst up here, right? Yeah. I suppose... This one. Because why not? So, I guess... Yeah, a rose quartz there and an amethyst there. Ooh, that's big. Nope. That's not going to happen. Well, in that case, do we have a smaller one? Obviously we do, but which one? Let's go for... Yeah, this one looks nice. Only one, please. Also, lantern out. I'm sorry, I know I should be better at this by now. So, amethyst. Yeah, sure, why not? In fact, let's switch that out with a bowl. Okay, in that case, the rose quartz... Yeah, let's just put one more stone in there. Also, I can hear monsters under the house. It's a little bit unnerving, but they shouldn't be able to get to us. Let me see. Okay, a single piece of stone. So you go in the back and the bowl goes on the front. So, what do you think of the kitchen so far? I think I like it. It's very, very simple, but it does job quite nicely. Okay, I suppose at this point we can start moving some of the foodstuffs up there, especially the ones that are very, very shelf stable. For example, the flour, and I suppose the grains as well. They should be perfectly fine up here. They last such a long time that they will not go bad up here. So spelt and rye up here, they will last, yeah, more than 3 years, and this one 1.8 years. Yeah, we will use this way before then. If not, we will just have some extra rot. That's fine. Okay then. So as I've said, I think I like the kitchen so far. Once I have some... Yeah, I suppose... what kind of rock would this be? Let me just take a look. Rock... Shale or basalt or slate. Well, basically, once we find any of these rocks, we should be able to pick up some of these full blocks, attach them to these chiseled blocks and we can use them as materials for some cookery we can store down here. They will be completely non-functional, but I don't really care about that. I just want this place to look nice. Okay, before we go, let's go ahead and take care of the oven. As you might have guessed, this is not finished. So what I had in mind is, first, let's just do this. Good. And then take out the planer. By the way, how much durability are we losing? So 2709. And this one, 2708. Okay, so we are only losing a single durability for every use. How far should we go with this? Basically, I just want to create a small, I don't know, facade for this oven. This one is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is, I believe, let me just take out this one. At this point, we have a lantern nearby, so we can do this, or we can just go to bed. Yeah, it's late now. And good morning. Ooh, and lovely little sunshine coming through the windows. Great. Okay, I think the rainy season is over. So, I think this might be a little bit wider than I would like. Also, I think I will actually include one more block here. And I will only leave the opening into the actual oven. There, and let's chisel out the actual opening. So, this exactly. I think I will go for, yeah, let's just go for 2 more. No, don't copy, just do this, please. Yeah, this will be fine. So this is, theoretically, yeah, 2 voxels wide. Okay, then. I will deal with the opening later. Now, I have to say that I did consider basically, well, I might as well just show you what the problem is. Let's reclaim this one, and let's reclaim this one. So, I did very seriously consider having a firewood storage under the oven. That would look amazing. The problem is, as you can see, we will poke into the smithy here, and we can put this one back. And the only way to deal with this is to create a single voxel thick little covering, well, basically at the back of this shelf. But the problem is that will look extremely ugly. Basically, we will have a single pixel, voxel of dirt poking out. And to make it look less ugly, we will need to do the same thing on every single one of these blocks, but that will block the half hammer. So for the sake of the half hammer and to make sure this place still looks relatively nice, we will not have firewood under the oven. And that is it then. Okay, so let's go ahead and, you know what, I think this can be more like this. Okay, that's the start. So let's go ahead and chisel out a nice little opening into the oven. I suppose let's just go for 2 by 2. And let's expose as much as we can. I think, yeah, I would like to have this little gray something exposed. Okay, it is coming along already, but I think an oven would look nicer with a more N-shaped little opening. So tell you what, let's go down to 1 by 1 and maybe do this. Definitely. But maybe we can do this instead. What about this one? I'm not holding my breath, but never know. You know what? Yes. I think it would make sense to have this here. So basically, this one is completely level with the actual oven surface. There, and yeah. Let's just have this here. I don't know. What if we do this? I mean, I think it works quite nicely. Maybe something like this. No, not quite. More like this. Yeah, I think this one is better. I don't think we can do this on the lower parts, right? No, that's too much. This is it. So this is going to be the well, the opening into the oven, and obviously the facade is not going to be like this. I think can I jump on and see? Not really. Okay, I think I will take off 50% of the top. Not quite this much, just this much. Okay, fine. Good, and let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think this will be okay. And then we can definitely push this in. Yeah, a lot more than this. It is taking shape quite nicely. Maybe we can just do this. And I think the only thing missing now is some accents around the edges, and I think this place is finished. So maybe we can do this. I think I like it. Definitely. Well, maybe, tell you what, I think I will bring this one out a little bit extra. What do you think? I think we don't really need to have this little piece on the top, but apart from that, I think I like this oven as it is right now. But it is a little bit boring to look at. Maybe we can include a little bit of a wooden accent around it. Yeah, let's just do it very, very quickly, and because, well, I just noticed the time. I do believe we do have some debarked pine left over. Yeah. Okay, let me do this very, very quickly, and then we will say goodbye. Okay, I think the oven is finished. I think at some point I might consider putting something up here. But other than that, I think this place is good to go. Okay, I think the kitchen, I think it's pretty much done, right? Yeah, I don't really see anything I would like to add, at least not right now. Maybe later I will change my mind, but at this moment in time, I think this is finished. Yeah, the only thing I am a little bit salty about is the wood storage under here. If I planned ahead a little bit better, I suppose we could have done it, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, as I said, we are way over time at this point, so we need to say goodbye, unfortunately. All that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.